Hey guys, I want to talk to you about plants. I want to talk to you about how comfortable your home is and how comfortable your space is. I have turned inward to my home, and I want to talk to you about how you can do that too, and why biophilic design might be helpful to you. So, I've probably said the word biophilic design quite a lot of times. And I want us to get used to the word. It sounds like a lot. Biophilia is just love of nature. What we know is, and I've shared this before, studies have shown that having natural elements in your home, having beautiful things like plants can lower anxiety, can lower stress levels by 20%. And that's significant. If you're feeling stressed right now, that's understandable. But let's talk about things that can actually help. What I want to discuss with you today is how biophilia and biophilic design can be a benefit to you in your space. And you don't have to spend a lot of money for that. There are ways that you can improve your home on a budget. So why does biophilic design matter more than ever? Biophilic design is not just about making a space pretty with plants. It's about reconnecting with nature in a way that grounds and calms you. Studies show that being around plants reduces stress and improves well-being. It's a way to remind yourself that, like plants, we grow, adapt, and thrive, even in the harshest conditions. So here's some things you can do today. Number one, add some greenery. You know I have plants all around my house. I want you to consider your propagations. Perhaps you already have a plant, or you have a friend who has a beautiful plant. You can use that in your space. Think about this plant I have here. This is a piece of my daddy's plant that is a pothos, or they call it devil's ivy. Pothos is super easy to propagate. You can just pop off under a node, drop that into some water. It'll start forming roots. You've got a new plant. That's something that you can actually do yourself. I recently bought online another Monstera. It is very much a baby, no fenestrations at all, but this is a Thai constellation Monstera. I actually got it from Amazon, because you know I'm an Amazon girly. So this is a new plant for me. It's got a new leaf that's started growing since I've gotten it. I'm very excited. And I want to say it cost me like 45 bucks. So it wasn't super expensive. It's obviously, like I said, extremely small, but extremely healthy. And if you know anything about Monstera, it's not going to take it a long time. So once it starts to fenestrate out, I will allow it to do so. I'll keep up potting as it does that. But one of the easiest things you can do, start adding those plants to your space. Obviously it improves the oxygen, but it improves your mood. This is a rubber tree plant. And rubber tree plants are super easy to propagate. Cut the top off and put it in some water. It'll start to make roots. Take the part that you cut, put some saran wrap or a plastic bag over it, water it. It will put out new leaflets. So there's no reason that you can't have plants in your house and that you have to be concerned about spending a lot of money. If you have a friend like me who has a lot of plants, be willing to ask them for a cutting, and most likely they will give you one. Or if you want to go the route of purchasing your own plant, I will put some Amazon links in, because I have had myself wonderful luck with purchasing Amazon plants in the past. So I can wholeheartedly recommend them if that's a way you want to go. Light actually matters. So right now it's dark, as you can see, but open a window. I have all of the windows open to my house the majority of the day because I am growing things. Your plants need to be able to make chlorophyll, and for that they need light and they need water. So if you are one of the people who likes to keep your house in darkness all day, your plants are not going to like that. That is not how they can get their food. So we're not trying to starve them. Open a window, let the light in, and it actually does wonders for you as well. Consider layering your lights. So I have an overhead light here in my room. Consider some underlighting so you can see that there's a light behind me. I actually have a light in front of me because I need you guys to be able to see me and see what I'm talking about. So consider different lights. Even with your overhead light, you might have a lamp on a table. You can also consider having light from above, as much light as you can have around you, the better. If you can't put a skylight in, consider an overhead light. Maybe you soften it with a different color bulb or putting some fabric just under it, like attaching it to the shade. You don't want to burn anything down. The nice thing is with LEDs, you don't really have to worry about that because they don't generate as much heat as the incandescents did. But just be careful. Don't do anything crazy, but maybe you'll have some fabric to soften the look of your lighting. And you have maybe an uplight. This uplight that's on the floor, I bought maybe, I'm telling my age here, but maybe 20 years ago. It's extremely old and it just keeps ticking. It does the job. And so as I'm talking, you can kind of see what I've done in my bedroom. They have these weird ledges, right? So what I did was just escape it a little bit. Create a corner of comfort. Now I have several spaces like that. Obviously right now, I'm sitting in one of them. I'm next to my books. I have plants around me. I have really good lighting. I can sit here and read forever. Also, consider creating a sanctuary space for you. That might be where you have your favorite cup of tea or where you just sit and dream of the next thing. Incorporate personal touches. So this is where you can display things that matter to you. Obviously, my dad's plant, books, I absolutely love reading. This is a candle. So is it pretty to look at? Yes. It also smells heavenly. I am so addicted to bergamot. It just makes me feel happy. It's one of those scents. I don't know what it is about it, but you know, scent is our longest lasting memory. Bergamot is one of those scents for me that just makes me feel good. So I keep buying bergamot candles, and this is actually pretty. So one of the things I would say in terms of biophilic design, because that's pretty much what I'm talking to you about, and I'm going to continue to talk about it. It's probably going to be interwoven in a little bit of everything that I say. But consider natural elements. These are things that mimic nature. This is not very expensive. This candle cost me $15 from Marshall's, right? So this is not very expensive. I think this actually cost me a little bit more, but this is just a carving. And I like these things because they're beautiful to me, but these are wooden pieces. You want to mimic natural elements in your interior space because that helps us be more in touch with nature. We're able to feel closer to nature. So the plants, having living things around me, having natural elements like wood and iron. These are things that are found in nature and help connect us and set us in a comfortable space. I honestly think this is one of the most comfortable spaces in my home. So you want those things to help create a mood for you. You're creating basically a vibe, right? You want a vibe in your house. You want a vibe where you feel relaxed, you feel comfortable, you feel like, hey, I want to have my favorite charcuterie tray and put on a record. So biophilic design sounds complicated, but let's just break it down to simply, I'm just talking about spaces that make you feel closer to nature. You don't need to live in a cabin in the woods to be closer to nature. A lot of us live in boxes in the city, right? You're in an apartment, you have maybe 2 good windows. That's where biophilic design comes in. If you have maybe one side of your house that has the windows and so you don't have a lot of light, think about adding mirrors. Think about putting a wood frame around that mirror. So you can see here my mirror is wooden and it's round, and so we're mimicking natural shapes, and all of this is to make you feel more comfortable, more relaxed in a space. A lot of us deal with white walls. Now, I'm in my own home, so I painted my walls a different color because I could. I'm going to suggest to you guys the peel and stick contact paper. You don't have to worry about messing up the apartment's walls, and you don't have to paint all the walls. Maybe you just do one. So consider the peel and stick paper, and you can paint over that. I've actually seen someone do that. You can just find a color or pattern that you like with the peel and stick and put that up. And don't be afraid to use florals. If you love flowers and you want them in your house, have them in your house. Maybe it's just a beautiful image. Maybe you have a friend who paints or does watercolors, or you found your favorite postcards and those have beautiful colors. You can go to Dollar Tree and just get those $1 picture frames and get 4 of them exactly the same and put different postcards that you like, and just put those on the wall with the Velcro 3M tape. It's that simple. It doesn't have to be expensive for it to be a space that you love. And don't think just because you're not the owner of the space, you're a renter, you can't make it your own. I've seen a lot of places with the black leather couch. And if you have a black leather couch, bet, let's work. Number one, if you got a black leather couch, you've already got some natural materials, so that's good. Hopefully it's comfortable. Think about a big cable knit sweater throw, right? Just something big and luxurious. Think about different textures and colors that you might like. If you have a black couch, you know what color goes with it? All of them. So what color do you like? My favorite color is green. I like yellow too. This was my mom's favorite color. Maybe you like blue, maybe you like purple, maybe you like silver. All of those things would be beautiful with a black leather sofa, and you can go in a cool way. If you're doing black and silver, maybe some purples or deep navies would be beautiful with that. So you can make that your own, and because you're adding like maybe throw pillows or a blanket or throw, you can easily change this out with the seasons. So maybe in the wintertime, you're in your deep magenta phase or deep blues and silvers. And as summer comes around, maybe you want to add some gold instead, and some hot pink or fuchsia or some orange. You can easily do that. You can change the space to make it your own. But just, I would say, think about those comfortable fabrics. Think about cotton. Think about natural things, things that are of nature and will help ground you in your space and allow you to feel comfortable. Cultivate a peaceful environment for yourself. Remember to integrate your plants. Remember to integrate good lighting. Put on your favorite record. Sit with your diary and write out your hopes and dreams. Take care of yourself. Be at peace. And if you found any value at all in what I'm talking about and what I've shared today, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Please click the bell so that you can be made aware every time I make a new video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.